Home Secretaries, Chief Electoral Officers and Police Nodal Officers from MHA and as well as from the states were held on 21st, 22nd and 28th January to assess the overall law and order situation with the Ministry of Home Affairs at the level of our officers, and we also had an in-depth discussion with the Union Home Secretary and his team. The Commission also held deliberations with several key departments, especially railways, in order to ensure smooth movement and facilitation during the conduct of elections. To get a first-hand knowledge of the status of poll preparedness in the states, we visited several states and UTs to review the poll preparedness. The Commission firmly believes that the purity of electoral roll is the foundation of credible elections. We have been constantly monitoring the health of the rolls in the country, and after the introduction of Aeronet, now we have a pan-India monitoring systems here in Delhi. The electoral rolls have been revised with reference to 11/2019 as qualifying date. Process of continuous updation shall continue till the last date of filing nominations. Total electorate in the final published roll would be in the vicinity of 900 million compared to 814.5 in 2014. This marks an increase of 84.3 million voters since 2014. There are 15 million voters in the age group of 18 to 19. 38,325 third gender others. 71,735 overseas electors. Service electors more than 1.6 million. 99.36 electors have EPIC cards. 23 states and UTs have 100% EPIC coverage. However, we would like to make it clear that photo voter slip issued at the last minute shall be used for guidance, but not as a proof of identity in the polling stations. We have already given a very detailed ad 2-3 days back that that slip will not be the proof of identity, but there are 11 other options which can be used to cast your vote, provided of course the name is on the electoral roll. Control rooms and complaint monitoring systems are set up with 24 hours toll-free numbers. In fact, on the issue of central observers, this time Commission has taken a conscious decision that wherever required in those states or UTs which are expenditure sensitive, and wherever there are, I'll not be able to name the states because that is not that's not something which kind of in advanced level state like this, but we have all the information and we'll act accordingly. We also now have, by now, thanks to our IT and ICT wings, stringent monitoring of all critical events of the poll day using the state-of-art IT applications. This includes one of the most major, this is C-Vigil, which is an Android app which helps citizens to record any violation of model code of conduct on the mobile and promptly send to election authorities for option. By the way, this was started on a trial basis during Karnataka elections in Bangalore under the direct supervision of the Commission and extended subsequently to all these 5 poll-gone states. In these 5 poll-gone states, almost 28,000 such complaints were received. A citizen can give his or her name and number, and the authority on the other end is duty bound, no options, to report back within 100 minutes the action being taken, proposed to be taken etc. If a particular complainant feels vulnerable or is making a complaint about, say, large cash transaction happening somewhere and doesn't want his or her name to be revealed, in that case, the Commission will get it published in the local newspapers so that he or she becomes aware of the action taken and her privacy also protected. This is a major tool of citizen empowerment, and it is really the experience of these 5 poll-gone states. We are really hopeful that now when it is used pan-India, it will kind of add another dimension to the empowerment of our citizens. We also have started a PWD app for persons with disability for registration, modification, as well as to ask for doorstep facilities and wheelchair on the day of poll. We already have introduced and we kind of monitored very closely that all the permissions can be obtained on Suvidha candidate app and they can also track their status. Samadhan is an integrated web portal for registering and resolving citizen information, suggestions, feedbacks and complaints. This is another way of getting the feedback. The media certification and monitoring committees have already been constituted at all the states and districts to deal with the problem of paid news and other media-related violations and pre-certification of political advertisements on electronic media. An additional member, a social domain media expert, is included now in the membership of the MCMC, this Media Certification and Monitoring Committee at the state and district level, so as to get inputs from his or her side. Candidates are required to furnish details of their social media account. All political advertisement on social media will also require pre-certification. All expenditure on campaigning advertisement on social media is to be included in the election expenditure account. All provisions of Model Code of Conduct shall also apply to the content being posted on social media by candidates and political parties. Based on the recommendations made by the committee appointed by the Commission regarding the further enlargement of Section 126 of RPA in sync with the new media and deliberations made with the various other stakeholders, social media platforms, the major steps are as follows. The intermediaries, viz. Facebook, Twitter, Google and YouTube, have committed in writing to ensure that any political advertisement published on their platforms will be certified from MCMC. Some IT applications are also being thought of to streamline it further and make the process less cumbersome. In fact, Commission has taken a stock of the IT applications being developed by our team, and maybe we'll introduce as a pilot project in some states to start with. Google and FB have also announced verification of political advertisers and ad archives. With reference to advertisement buying, social media platforms have committed to implement pre-certification, as I said earlier. To keep a check on election violations and menace of fake news and hate speech during the election period, social media platforms have told us that they have appointed dedicated grievance officers to take necessary and prompt action against the contents published on their platforms. Social media platforms have committed to take action on any content reported by designated officers of ECI also, which violates various electoral laws. Internet and Mobile Association of India, in consultation with ECI, is formulating a set of code of ethics for intermediary online platforms. This is a work in progress. Before that, I would like to inform all of you that this time, instead of 9 phases, we have 7 phases of election. I'll repeat the date of poll. First phase, 11th April. Second phase, 18th April. Third phase, 23rd April. Fourth phase, 29th April. Fifth phase, 6th May. Sixth phase, 12th May. Phase 7, 19th May. Am I clear now? And all countings, without no need to say, but I am repeating, 23rd May.